and we are on day 2 of starting afresh and starting with a clean slate. Now, yesterday, I went through the contents of the Home Detox Box, which I have here, which is something that I am following this week, which is the Home Detox Box, if I can angle that correctly, working left, right, center, and all the rest. This is what I'm working on today, this week rather, because this is what I have been doing for the last 15 years, is running retreats and helping ladies to detox. Now, what are the best thing about holidays? Rest, more rest. Oh, rest some more, not have to do anything, recoup, rejuvenate, reset, recalibrate, restart again. All the all the ways that the body rests and relaxes. It is so, 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 so important that the body finds rest. You'll be using extra energy when you do a detox. You will need extra energy for the body to kind of go, oh, hallelujah, she's taking a rest. She's not eating anything. She's not digesting anything, and she's not stressing out. Oh my God, we've got so much extra energy to go into all the cells and clean everything up. There's no mistake that when a lady does a detox and by the end of the week, her eyes are sparkling and they're so clear, and the whites of the eyes are so, so clear because she's cleaned through the cells, and the cells of your eyes change every day. That's how often the cells in your eye change every day. Your skin is like 25 days. So like if you go on holiday, get a suntan, within a month, it's kind of gone unless you're topping it up all the time. Your organs, like your liver, takes about 6 months before every single cell in your liver and your body and your organs are changed. The whole skeletal form, it's about 1.5 years. And then you can guarantee that you are completely brand new. You can start again, like you are renewed, refreshed. Your digestion, because that's what we're talking about at the moment, is at the very epicenter of you. Did you know that after the heart in the fetus, it is the digestive system that is the next thing that can be recognized on a growing fetus as the cells develop? If you look in your eye, if you know anything about iridology, you'll see that the actual digestion system goes around the eye. So you'd be able to track it, and an iridologist can actually see in your eye which organs are suffering and which ones are struggling to cleanse. Your eyes are amazing at being able to tell you really what's going on inside the body. And that's why I say by the end of the week, when you've done a detox, when you've allowed every single cell to kind of like, oh, have a holiday and cleanse itself of, the dead tissues, the dead cells and all those things. What happens to all of that is all those dead cells, they get moved around the body, and they get excreted. They get eliminated. So dry skin brushing is good to get rid of dead skin cells. But if there's other things on to do with the organs and how they are refreshing themselves, and you can get rid of old cancer cells, you can get rid of all sorts of dead cells and infections and those kind of things by doing a detox. All those old cells end up at some point in your digestive system and ready to be excreted. If anybody knows anything about Maslow's hierarchy, you will have the 5 or the 6 basic needs. So basically sleep, warmth, food, sex, I think shelter, but I think that's in food. But I mean, excretion is one of the main ones. That's why the digestive system can be seen in a growing fetus as the second thing, because as it's growing and developing, at some point it needs to be able to kind of like get rid of the stuff. It needs to be able to kind of evacuate what's not needed anymore. And as your body grows all the time, it is changing its cells. Something that I found remarkable and why I love detoxing so much is being very respectful of the body. It's like, oh my word, this body does amazing things that I wouldn't have known about if I hadn't studied detoxing and how the body works on this level. I mean, I've gone on to understand how it works on a sort of like physical, mental, and a spiritual level, but the detoxing part of it makes the path so much clearer to see, and how I appreciate my eyes, how I appreciate my skin and my body, and the fact that my soul has chosen to be inside this body and to have and give me the experience and guide me through this particular lifetime, I think is absolutely fantastic. And I'm so in awe of how the body works. I mean, it breathes naturally. I don't need to get involved in that. It absorbs your food, and you don't need to get involved in that. It evacuates your food and the nourishment that you've chosen, and you don't need to get involved in that. Until there comes such a time that your body's saying, do you know what, we need a rest. We need to be able to evacuate because, you know, lifestyle, stress, hormones, all sorts of emotional things go on, and your body for some reason holds on to certain things. This is where your digestion system is so interesting, because it will show you with constipation, or it will show you with the runs and those kind of things. Your body shows you all the time, and a lot of the time the first area that she shows you in is your digestion. So bloating or gas or putting on weight or feeling sick in the stomach, or just pains in the stomach, those kind of things, or you know, sharp jabby things in the bowel. Your digestion system is absolutely fantastic. So one of the ways that the body excretes, lets go, releases, which is a great analogy for what aren't you letting go of, you can be absolutely sure you will become, or have had spates of being constipated, or that your bowel movements aren't working right. This is the stuff I talk about all the time, because your body shows you what's going on the outside, but it shows you on the inside what's really happening. It's a mirror effect of what's going on, what you're able to cope with. Your bowels, we talk bowels because it's at the very, you know, epicenter. It's your gut intuition. It's your second brain. It is an amazing, fantastic, intelligent part of you. And the more you can take care of your digestion, the more you can take care of your guts, your gut bacteria, taking enzymes, taking probiotics, eating cultured fermented food, eating raw food that still have the enzymes in there, listening to your body as to whether she's like, oh, I don't really want to eat that. What do you want? And she'll send you an image. She'll send you an image of like something that's liquid or salty or sweet, and just listening into your body to find out what it is that she wants more than anything else is a fantastic way to develop your sense of your body and just be in awe of your body. The more you can love your body, and this is what I love about detoxing, the more you can hold your body in great regard, the fact that she houses your soul, the fact that she's held you and kept you safe all these years, decades, however long you've lived. The more you can appreciate your body, the more you can love your body. I tell you what, that will make a huge difference on how you treat your body, how you talk about your body, because, you know this. If you're beating up your body, and if you're telling it how crap it is, and, you know, how much you dislike it, and no, you won't lose weight, and, you know, you're getting old, and all the rest of it, you know, she will respond to that. It's not very nice to keep complaining about your body when she's like looking at you and protecting you all your life, and she's doing this most glorious job for you. So doing a detox for me is time to kind of be in reverence of, I want to treat my body like it's a temple. I mean, it's really a fantastic way that no machine revives itself, rebuilds itself. I mean, you cut yourself and you repair. Your eyes repair. Every single cell in your eye changes. Your skin repairs itself. Your organs repair yourself. And the better you look after yourself, the better you talk to your body, the better you choose the foods that you eat, the nutrition that you give. And I don't just mean food nutrition. I mean, how are you caring for yourself? This is what, for me, a detox is all about. It's not just about green juices. It's not just about vitamins and minerals and all that kind of. It really is how you care for yourself. So that's what I wanted to say today. A detox is a detox is a detox. Fine, depending what level you're on. But it is an astonishing journey to just like, I really know when I'm thirsty. I really know when I'm hungry. I really know when things are not kind of right in my tummy. Right, what could that be about? You know, and if I injure myself, my knee, when I went skiing at Christmas, you find out that there is something else going on other than just the basic, oh, well, I fell over. Well, no, there's something else going on. Now, to help your body evacuate, in the Home Detox Box, we have the enema bag. Not very many people talk about the enema bag, but I've been doing this for 15 years, talking to ladies about enemas and how to put them together and how to do them. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Because day 2, if you are detoxing and you haven't allowed your body to evacuate some of the toxins and debris that is accumulating in your body, it's just going to be reabsorbed by your body and you're going to feel pretty yucky, to be perfectly honest. When you get the Home Detox Box kit, you get a 2-litre enema bag. Now, you can put 2 litres of water in there, and believe you me, your bowels can deal with 2 litres of water being flushed in to flush out all that debris, waste and garbage and toxins that have been accumulating in your skin. Here's my intestines again, in the little nooks and crannies and in the folds of flesh. The sooner you get rid of those, the sooner you'll feel brighter and lighter and kind of go, I'm on a whole different level. I've really up-leveled. I feel fantastic. So this is the enema bag. And I educate people how to kind of take a bottle of water. And I don't have a bottle of water here as such, apart from my bottle of sparkling water. So you would warm up the bottle in a sink or something like that. You fill the sink with really, really warm water and you wait until the water in the bottle becomes, well, not room temperature, but body temperature. So like when you move the water around, you don't feel any difference in the temperature of the water. You don't want to be putting cold water into your enema bag and flushing that in, because your whole body goes, it'll get so tense and you won't be able to release anything. This is what stresses the body. And when your body is stressed, she doesn't let go of anything. She just holds on to everything. So basically you would put that water in this bag, and you've got a hose here. Oops, where's the hose? I normally do this lying on the floor and show you exactly what to do. Such is my hobby. So you would attach this to the bag. You would screw it in there. And then at this end, you have a little adapter that goes in there. So this is your enema kit, and you have a little tap on here, so you can close the tap like that. So when it's like that, it's closed, and when it's like that, it's open. So in other words, water flows through. So you fill up your bag with your water, and you hang that on something like a door handle height with a coat hanger or something like that, and you arrange yourself on a towel alongside the door so that you can slip this in your poo hole with a little bit of lubrication, and then you open up the tap. So between your legs, you open up the tap and you make sure that you are super, super, super relaxed. Play some music, make sure you're nice and warm, and you let the water kind of trickle in. So the water starts trickling in and you kind of go, oh, I don't know, maybe I need to kind of go to the toilet. So you close the tap, you take that out, and you go and sit on the toilet. And if you've been doing the shakes and things for the days before, you might get you might get like kind of a bit of a download, because as the water comes through your intestines, normally from the right up underneath the right rib cage along to the left rib cage and then down to the left hip bone. I'm doing this all in reverse. As the fluid and as the excretion comes through your bowels, it gets drier and drier and drier and drier. Don't forget that you rehydrate yourself from your bowels. God, you want that to be nice and clean water, don't you? You want that to be nice and fresh and not all musky and stinky and horrible, because you're refreshing yourself with stinky water, old stale water. So where was I? Right, so you go to the toilet, you let go of, the dry bit that maybe is at the end, and then you start again. You lie on the floor, you pop this in, you open the tap, and then you let the water go through. Now, if you're a fan of yoga, you can relax. You can raise your hips up a little bit, like in a crab position, just very gently, so that the water kind of, moves down towards your rib cage from your hips, so your hips are raised up off the floor. Just give it some time. Just be very gentle. Just rub your belly very, very gently and let the water flow through. You'll always do it in a clockwise motion. So you're going from right to left, always in a clockwise motion, because that's the way your rubbish comes out, your debris. You excavate, you're excreting that in that direction. Now, maybe you get to a point and the bag's now empty. All right, okay, so, we'll get rid of the bag for the moment. It's a bit like Blue Peter. So you get rid of the bag for the moment, you put that to one side, and you think, well, I don't really need to go. So I'll just lie here. And this is normally when you've done it 2 or 3 times, something like that. Lying on the floor and think, oh, well, I'll just do some yoga positions. So you cross your legs over and you just twist your body a little bit so that your whole intestines, your insides are just twisted slightly. It's just like wringing a cloth very gently. And as you move and as you stretch, the water kind of goes glug, 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 and it can go further along your bowels and along your intestines. And then when it comes out, it brings so much more with it. And then breathe really deeply, expand your diaphragm, expand into your rib cage and expand into your back. Let all the air go. Make sure you are super relaxed. Keep massaging your belly. Twist the other way. Twist the other way a little bit. If you can hold the water for like an expert 10 minutes, it's not that long. Listen to some music. Make sure you're really comfortable and warm. And then let everything go. Go to the toilet and let everything out. You will be amazed. You're going to go, didn't think I'd eaten that much, because you're getting rid of stuff that's been in your bowels for quite a long time. And the putrefied matter will be really stinky, because it's probably about a month old, 2 months old, something like that. I'm just putting the bag, the enema kit back in the bag. Anything older than that has no smell whatsoever. And it will be encased in like a black, rubbery mucus. It's called mucoid-plaque because it sticks. Let's see, I'm going to show you my intestines again. It sticks to the inside of the intestinal wall, and it dries and it dries and it dries onto the intestinal wall. And water, when you do an enema, will always find the easiest route, and it will get up and behind the mucoid plaque, and it will just ease it off and release it. And don't forget, the enzymes and the probiotics are loosening up everything at the same time. So when you go to the toilet, normally on about the Wednesday, not necessarily the second day, the Tuesday or whatever, but the Wednesday or the Thursday, the third or the fourth day, you will start to see this thin black mucoid plaque. It'll be made up of the shake that you're taking, which is the psyllium and the clay. It will be helped to be softer because of the enzymes and the probiotics, and it will be easy to evacuate because of the water enema, because the water is going up and inside, and it's just pulling it all out. And like, this is like, oh my God, that's amazing. Especially if you've never done a detox and things before. It comes out in great big long strands. And it looks like Shrek's Christmas decorations. It is the same shape and contour of the inside of your intestines. I've had people on retreats take photographs of it, dissect it, pay an awful lot of attention to it. I'm not bothered really. It kind of like comes out and I'm like, okay, goodbye. Not that I get this long black stringy stuff anymore, but I, you know, if I'm drinking green juices and things like that, it'll all come out green. Doing an enema is something that you can do when you're used to it, and most women, when they do it, they kind of go, God, that really wasn't that hard. Can I do it more often? I'm like, yeah, do it once a week. I mean, it's fantastic stuff. It really helps to kind of eliminate a lot of the stuff that you don't need in your body anymore. So hopefully that's helped. Hopefully that's given you a little bit more information and feel, okay, you might try the enema. When you get your home detox box, don't look at it and kind of go, oh my God, what is that? Because that's what I'm here to tell you. It's okay to do enemas, and it is so old. Cleaning the bowel, Indians, you know, Ayurvedics, and gosh, going back to Hippocrates, they used to clean the bowels, not just wait for the bowels to do evacuations. You're lucky if you go once a day. This is what people say is normal now, to go once a day. And normally if you can train yourself to go to the toilet once a day, to listen to yourself, to find your time. Your bowels normally want to evacuate between 7 and 8, and depending what time you get up in the morning, it can be 9 to 10. But please give yourself the opportunity to empty your bowels. And I'll teach you something now that not very many people ever teach you, is when you go to the toilet, it's not normal for us to sit in a sitting position like this. It just, the flow isn't right for us to be able to evacuate. So really the best thing is to be able to bring your feet up. So if you have a bin or a stool or something in front of you, you put your feet up, and it's so much easier for your body to flush out and let more go. That is just such a great tip. Not only just being dehydrated, but you know, how you sit on the toilet is so much better if you're able to raise your feet off the floor. You know, all these like Turkey and even France, I don't see so many of them now, but there are those toilets where you actually squat. And of course, squatting is the best position for you to be in for so many different things. We're not normally meant to just sit in chairs, be static all day. So yes, I was talking about the home detox box, I was talking about the enema kit. So if there's anything else you need to know about that, if you want any more instructions, I'm very happy to do that. I might do a video at some point about how it actually works, how to set it up, just to make it really easy. Somebody asked earlier about taking capsules, if you can't swallow capsules, which is something that I do come across every now and again. Some people don't like to take the powders because it's like, it makes them want to gag. When you take the powders, because the psyllium swells up so much and so quickly, you have to drink it very quickly and then just let it swell up in your body. Otherwise it's like, wants to make you gag. Not everybody, just some people. And some people can't take the capsules. What you can do is you can open the capsules up and then drink them down. But the capsules are there for a reason, especially the probiotics, because they get past the acid in the stomach, so they actually get to the intestines. So however you can manage, if you've got a fear about them or something like that, I can help you break that fear down so that it's not such an issue for you, because really the capsule is what gets it past the stomach acid, which would actually kill all the enzymes and kill all the probiotics, the bacteria. So, but there are ways of doing it. And there is another way that you can sort of, allow your body to have far more enzymes. Eat food that's not cooked, because if you eat raw food that's not cooked, then as a majority, like it has to be like 50 or 60%, then every single food that you eat has the enzymes within it to break it down. It's only by heating anything over 45 degrees that you kill the enzymes. And so that's why a lot of people have a lot of grey hair, or their skin looks very old before its time, it's because, you know, you lack the enzymes, and, you know, the bowel movements become very erratic and things like that as well. So you need the enzymes. Oh yes, I was going to say something about the bowel movements as well. So once a day is considered normal. In my training and in my experience, you should go to the toilet as many times as you eat. So food in, food out. You'll notice with babies or animals and things like that, they eat something and then they have to go to the toilet. If you have kids like mine, like as soon as they eat something, as soon as they put some food in, they go to the toilet. That's normal, but we have become accustomed to the fact that we only go once a day. And some people, sadly, are very constipated, don't even know that they're constipated, but they don't get to go 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, a week. And some people go on holiday, or, you know, they have jobs where it's very difficult for them to actually go to the toilet, and they hold all this, and they have an awful lot of problems with their digestion. I'm really thirsty, I'm talking. So how often do you go? If you go once a day, and if you can set your clock by it, if you can sort of set a time when you feel really relaxed and you feel at ease in the house and nobody else is knocking on the door. The olden days, the guys used to take the newspaper to the toilet and sit in the toilet. This is stuff no one talks about, but you really need to be able to evacuate what you no longer need. And I don't just mean food debris, I mean emotionally, because tied up with all the debris that's on the inside will be stories and history and emotions and abuse and trauma and stress. That all is enabling you to evacuate that as well if you've got good bowel movements. Ladies, if you have any questions, please let me know, because this is what I'm here for. I have been detoxing and helping ladies get their digestion back to normal so that they can have normal bowel movements. And of course, when you have normal bowel movements, your skin's better, your eyes are better, your hair's better, your energy's better, your joints and your movements more flexible, you feel happier, you feel more switched on, less, you know, less foggy head, your hormones are back on track, your fertility's better. I mean, name it. It all starts in the guts. All right, I'm going to love you and leave you. And if you're doing some sort of detox, let me know. If you want any more information about the home detox, let me know. If you are taking enzymes and probiotics, make sure you're doing them properly, because there's no point doing them and then, you know, doing something else and, you know, just backfiring everything that you're doing. There's no point taking a supplement if you're ruining it by taking medication, or if you're not taking it the right time or not doing it in the right way. So if you've got any questions about when you should be taking your supplements, when you should be taking enzymes, probiotics, or if you've been on a course of antibiotics, what should you do now? If you've, you know, have been ill, had cancers and things like that, and you want to get rid of all those kind of medications and things out of your system, ask me. This is what I'm here for. This is how we clean up the body to get you back to full health and well-being. It's not something that should be a rarity. It's something that's your God-given right. We need to be fit and healthy. All right, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to shut up now. And I shall see you again tomorrow. Give you another little aspect of what's going on with the detox. Bye, ladies.